Man, let's talk about Zion Williamson. They're trying to get around to it. Zion Williamson had a hamstring injury. I think they said he expected to miss a few weeks. That's kind of the tip I'm kind of on, dude. If I was the GM, I would just look at him balling out, get to his peak, and I just would have to flip him. Or they go out to explore other resources or other, I guess that would be the word, resources, to figure out what they can do to maximize his shelf life. Hamstring usually come from fatigue and all that type of stuff and all that type. He's just so good when he does play that it's hard to move on from him. And it's hard for him because he's naturally muscular like that. So they got to get with some people and get him to a weight where he comfortable and his body, they comfortable with. But and it's hard when a lot of people don't know. And Larry Bird talked about this. He said in the NBA, one of the biggest adjustments was you had a lot of free time. You got to understand, they don't practice every day. You know what I'm saying? They have shoot around before the games and all that, but they don't practice every day. So they ain't in there, practicing. You got the guys like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James and Michael Jordan who gonna put in work day in and day out. But a large percent of their day, with or without a game, is just laying around the hotel. That's what it is. Just laying around the hotel, going to movies, getting shit to eat, messing with the females, playing the video games, or whatever that may be. So that's what you kind of got to understand. It's Larry Bird talked about that. He said that was one of the biggest adjustments. No classes, no kicking the shit with your classmates or your dorm mates, whatever. It's just, I can do what the hell I want to do. Outside of a couple hours out the day, it's whatever I want to do. And a lot of people wonder why a lot of these guys don't succeed in the NFL, in the NBA. It's a different ball game. You in the city every other day. And then you think the girls like you for who you is, and you know what I'm saying, and they don't. They sack chasing. You create all these issues. What Jerry Heller tell Easy E straight out of Compton? He said, you creating a lot of issues. I can help you solve them, but you know what I'm saying? But you bleeding a lot of money. And not every male has the discipline to say no. Especially to a pretty girl. Even, a lot of times you know this chick ain't no good. You know it. But you're bored, phone dry, want something different. You know it ain't no good. You know it ain't no good. You know you don't like her. You know y'all went out, y'all had nothing to conversate about, y'all clashed, or whatever it may be. She DM'd you and it's dry, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing in common. You know it. But it's that one night, and I tell this to a lot of females that I talk to give advice or whatever, got sons, or we chopping it up, whatever. I tell them this, real talk. I said, horniness for a dude, a young man, dog, that's more dangerous drug than crack cocaine. You know what I'm saying? It is dangerous. Everything is everything look good. A chick, you in the big bitches. You see a skinny chick, you hate skinny chicks. You be like, man, shoot. Petite thin Shirley looking good today. I don't care about no, it change. You like thick bitch. You like, man, I take big bone Shirley. She almost thick, a little bit tighter waist trainer. She almost thick. So it's a lot of time on your hands. So, it's all about how you maximize and, how you take your time. A lot of veterans know the rest recover because they've been there, they've done that. And for Zion Williamson, he gonna have to figure that out. A lot of these players today, they built like these cars. Back in the day, they fabricated all their parts. Now they coming in prefab. You snapping it on a wheel like you snapping a Hot Wheel, snapping a tire on a Hot Wheel. And they ain't building, they ain't lasting the same. They making them out of plastic. They making them out of prefab parts coming from tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 suppliers, third world countries. They passing them in inspection, and that's kind of how they making these players today. They so athletic and so explosive, but they don't have no durability. It's like a good car, a fast car is fast, but it ain't got no handles. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? Be good going down the straightaway, but as soon as we hit a curve, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to have to find a healthy weight for him to play at, bro. Real talk. Because at the playoff push, he's going to be pushing through fatigue, pushing through injuries, regardless. And you don't want to seem like you controlling them and you putting a fence around him and a bubble behind him. He like, man, I want to do what I want to do. And it's cool. Young people don't understand. It's a lot of stuff I ain't understand until I got older and I went through it, or it almost hit close to home. He going to have to understand whatever it is. He going to have to have a regiment and stick to it. He going to have to have a plan and stick to it. And they say, for Zion, we need you at 240, 235. That's what he had to give. This is what we need you to do to get here. This is what we going to do. That's what he going to have to do. But all that potential, he looking to be a what-if story. If it's the shoes, if it's the lack of support around the thigh or around the quads and the hamstrings, well, they gonna do what he had to do. But a rare talent, you know, with rare athleticism, rare size, and you know, part of that may be, you know, kind of play the game a little bit more Paul Pierce, a little bit more on the skill depending on your athleticism. But when you got it, you know them young dudes gonna use it and abuse it. It's only till they lose it, and some of them, when they lose it, they don't even know how to function without it. Some of them dudes don't know how to function without it when they lose it. They don't. Some of them don't know how to function without it. And they just, well, you know, no jumping, no dunking, they can't do nothing else. So one of the things in their plan, you need to work on skills, getting the 10 or 15 foot, posting up, turning gun, working on his jumper, working on a push shot. You know, but they got to figure that weight shit out. The weight that he comfortable, his body is at his optimum peak at playing, but he just, you know, he a rare breed. You know, I guess if I was him, I would call LeBron for advice. Larry Johnson, LeBron James, anybody that kind of was like close to that. You know, guys like Hero Miner, who predicated on athleticism, got injured. You know, you gotta get that skill, because you ain't gonna be able to run and jump and Air Jordan, Air Zion forever. But you know, it's looking like he's gonna be one of the greatest what-if stories. And if he can stay healthy, him and Luka Doncic in the West, man, they could be like the Bird and Magic of the West. Just, you know what I'm saying? Unless they realign and move the Pelicans to the East when they get two new teams in, was it 2024? Or announced two new teams. Most people think the Memphis Grizzlies going east. So, and they're going to add two Western teams. So I can see that coming. I can see that coming, honestly. So they're supposed to be giving the team to Seattle, Las Vegas. You hear Mexico in the running. Hope they don't play Seattle, though. Hope they don't play Seattle. But with Zion, there's a couple things need to happen. Physically, they got to find something that's good for him. He can't be too skinny. That nigga gonna be out there looking like Janine from House of Pain and shit. So whatever it is. But as you get older, his bone density start to change and all that. You notice LeBron was playing at 265, 270. You notice LeBron, as he got older, he cut all that shit down. You know? So LeBron would be the person I call to ask about that. Maybe I'll talk to some NFL offensive linemen. The left tackles, the real athletic ones, and see what they would prescribe. You know, I talk to a number of people, nutritionists, and see what they can do for me. But it's hard. You got all that money and all that time. Shit, people, man, come on. Who want a Slim Fast? Who want a protein shake? Who want a banana? Well, I can go up to, you know. And then again, I heard Carthy Towns talking about Anthony Edwards talking about going to Popeyes after the game. Man, nigga, you crazy. Man, I had that money. I'd be at J. Alexander's, Benihana's. I'd be at Texas Deep, Brazil. I wouldn't even look at a McDonald's or no Taco Bell. I heard Jokic in the Taco Bell line and shit. Man, I'd fly me some real Mexicans in and man me some authentic Mexican food with that type of money. And that'd be so crazy. A lot of people got the money, but the mindset of poor people. Man, we used to go to Benihana's all the time before the pandemic. We still go now and never, but I mean, I run into this couple. They had like a son was about 2 or 3. He said, this is what we do every week. Every Wednesday, we come here and we eat. The little kid was eating steak and shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you talking about spending your money in the right places, a lot of time it's a mindset, bro. Real talk, a lot of time it's a mindset. And the number one place that people should be eating their food, should be number one mindset for people that should be spending their money is on your nutrition and your body and things you need. That's nutrition, if that's, you know what I'm saying, homes, you know, all types of education, but whole different program. But hey, check out Detroit Lions. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Link tree take you everywhere. It's the first link in the description. Peace.